Welcome everyone back to the Lampy Ryzeal channel. We are here at the Dutch National Championship and you may have seen that face on the stream. This is our new Dutch National Champion, Niklas. Niklas, how are you feeling?
Amazing.
Did you expect to win the entire thing?
I did not actually.
And what did you play today?
I played Mitsurugi Ryzeal.
Alright, so let's not waste any time. Let's see the list that you used. How many cards in total?
I had 41. Actually wanted to go for 40, but in the end it's got to 41. So let's
Alright,
start off
let's
with
see it.
Best engine in the deck, the Ryzeal cards, of course the standard 6. I think there's nothing to explain here. One note, one cross. I didn't play star because I felt like star is only needed when going first and when you get rolled.
Okay.
In every other situation you don't want to have it, and there are already a lot of bricks in the deck, so playing star felt unnecessary.
And you really say this is the main engine of the deck, so you feel like the Ryzeal cards are compared better to the Mitsurugi cards?
They do the most amount of work. So
okay.
The Mitsurugi cards are basically like they're getting hand-chipped a lot. Even especially if you start on a Ryzeal card, basically the detonator is the card that carries you home in the end.
Sounds about right.
Then of course to go along with these the 3 Tachyons and 1 bonfire. So bonfire obviously, and then 3 Tachyon because you want to see those. And yeah, I feel like 3 is the optimal number because you want to see as many as possible and you don't want to play the Ascension basically because it hard loses to roll and then it's not worth it.
And Tachyon only searches Ryzeal cards in your main deck, or do you search anything else with it as well?
No, it only searches.
Okay, yeah. Alrighty.
And go over to the Mitsurugi engine. There I played a minimal amount of cards that are necessary basically. So 3 of the good ritual, 1 of the stick on field ritual, and then the 3 main deck monsters, 1 ritual spell, and then 3 prayers. I feel like you need to play at least these, and I never side out a single copy of these since
I see.
Yeah, you run out of Mitsurugi names really fast. That's why you can potentially play like another level 4 or even another ritual. So even this second one of these or like the other ritual. But I felt like you want to keep it as simple as possible because like these are the amazing cards of the engine. Like these on their own play do a crazy amount of stuff, especially prayers. And so this is obviously, those 2 are basically bricks, whereas these are at least level 4 monsters. They do something on summon, and yeah, really cool. I didn't play the stake because I didn't feel like I would need it because, like I said, not a brick.
Yeah, sounds about right. And I mean, best is that they're level 4 monsters, right? That's the important part
Always
of this deck.
level 4 monsters, yeah.
Easy.
And then, yeah, that's all of the engine, and basically the rest of the deck is non-engine because I want to play a lot of non-engine.
How many non-engine is that going to be now?
Oh, let's count.
Let's count them through, yeah.
Count them through and do it. So
yeah, sure.
First of all, 1 Caught by the Grave is the only like non-engine. Like I didn't play Crossout Designator because once again it's a card only good going first basically. It's like really insane against draw on the Mochamis, but yeah, that's all. And I just want to have the deck count as low as possible, the deck as consistent as possible, but also as much non-engine as possible. That's
Sounds
why
good.
Caught by is just a crazy card, even going second against a lot of decks. So that's the one. Other than that, I play a total of 4 Mochamis, 3 Drolls, 3 Ashes, 3 Impermanents, and then 2 Bell and 2 Nibiru. So it's a bit weird.
I was about to say, you got to explain a couple of things here, especially the Molchamis first of all.
So of course, like these are mandatory, I'd say. And yeah, I wanted to play 1 Mochami, so these are basically the best hand traps into everything, into the whole meta. But yeah, these obviously conflict with this, but you always want to have 1 of them. The reason I cut it down on these, like not play more Mochamis, is that first of all, of course, I wanted to have the deck count as low as possible. Then, like I said before, I don't play star, I don't play crossout, so my going first hands are sometimes a bit weaker, so I prefer hand traps I can also use going first. And yeah, for the reason I still wanted to play some Mochamis, I also only had room for 2 in the side deck, so that's why I decided to play 1 in the main deck. And like it worked out pretty fine, so you have 7 like really impactful hand traps, then the 3 Ashes of course, which are in everyone's deck. It's like not the best hand trap right now, but it's like crazy stopping these, so it's totally worth it. 3 Imperms, like basically the next best hand trap. And then I decided on 2 Nibirus and 2 Bells. At first there were 3 Nibirus, but I didn't like Nibiru that much, and also it was like sometimes a bit weird that like you only open Nibiru and by its own it basically doesn't do anything. And I also wanted to fit in Bell because like there's Bistrels, there's Called By, and there's like it's really cool against Malice, it's good against the Mirror, it's good against basically everything. So this is a very good mid ground, and that's why I decided on 2 and 2 because like these are not the best end traps, so just play 2 of them. You have the draw power here, so yeah, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostbelt came in handy in your top 8 featured match against Malice as well, right?
Correct. Like it's really cool against the field spot, of course, and also like it's another hand trap you can draw as a 6 card, which obviously basically all the other ones are really bad at. So yeah. So yeah, okay. Basically, you have the Bell, the Imperms, and the Ashes. You can draw as the 6th. So that's it for the main deck. Should be 41 cards in total. Like I said, I wanted to have it close to 40 as possible, but had to fit in one more card. So
yeah, best card out of the main deck in total. What would you say?
Sorry.
Best card out of the main deck.
Of course, it's the main man. Ryzeal,
Ryzeal, the boy.
It's like this card is absurd. Like it breaks board by itself, and it's a starter which basically is an interruption in the starter going second basically.
Fair enough. All right. So let's go extra deck next.
Yeah, extra deck is like all the Ring 4 package basically. So 1 detonator, 2 dual drive. The second one came up quite a lot. 1 King of the Feather Limbs, of course. Then I decided on the 2 Eclipse Twins. So a lot of people are only running 1 in this deck because the space is a bit tight, but I felt like the second one could be really cool because like I always try to send it going first, and then so when you start you send this, and so in turn 3 you have another one, and also sometimes you want to have the second one. And some grindier games, since I don't play much of the Mitsurugi engine, I focus on the Ryzeal engine more, and then this comes in handy. And 1 Digestor Emerald, really like it since you can just reshuffle your Mitsurugi stuff.
Did you do that often? Did you summon that card a lot?
I summoned him quite often, yeah. And he was really good, really good. 1 Lugaris to draw into non-engine. The reborn effect is cool, like reborning Lanceas, for example. Boosting attack is important, like also reborning the Mitsurugis once they're in the grave. So this came in handy a lot of times. 1 Exiton, I didn't summon him the whole weekend, but like whenever he's summoned, he wins games by its own. So yeah. And for the last Ring 4, I play 1 Tornado Dragon. Like also really like him because it's good into a road matchup. It's good clear in back row to go for your pushes. Against Blue Eyes, for example, or against like Malice, there's like in top 8, I think, I summoned him when I knew I had field spell in hand, so there was another interruption there. I don't play Granite, for example, because I didn't feel like I would need him. Like in most scenarios, I would either summon him or him and not Granite, so that's why I decided against him, and like there's nothing really else I missed there.
Yeah.
Then 1 Aggregator, of course, for X. This for Tachyon as well as this, and the last 2 cards were 1 Dynamondo and 1 SP Little Knight. Yeah. I think Dynamondo outs Baguska and is an interruption, and SP Little Knight, since I sided in Talents and Thrust, I wanted to have a target I can summon, so I can take an opponent's monster, and usually you can't do anything with it except for no sending it, and you can go into Little Knight.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Ryzeal Mitsurugi players cutting that card, but I mean that's a solid explanation for still running it. Any changes you could make to the extra deck, or was it perfect?
It was perfect as it is.
Alright,
and I didn't summon Dynamondo this weekend, didn't summon Exiton, but yeah, I will still keep them.
And what was the best card of the extra deck for the weekend?
Of course, this one.
Gotta be Detonator, alright, yeah, understandable. Alright, over to the extra deck, the side deck then, last but not least.
There are like the basic side cards. Everyone is playing 3 Lanceas.
Sure.
Then the other 5 Volchamis. Like you wanna have in the Malice matchup, in the Memento matchup, you need these. And yeah, they are just crazy good cards.
Are you just going 9 Charmies post-siding against some of those decks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I set out the Lockbirds, for example, against Malice, and then put in the all Charmy engine.
Sounds good.
2 Talents, 2 Thrust, 1 Talents, and 1 Duster. So basically this was more or less a last-minute decision, or like not last minute, but you decided to run Thrust for a back row deck space, for going first, deciding to traps. I will show them really quick.
Ooh.
So that you have Thrust targets with the traps, but also when going second, side out the Tachyon, for example, and like this also gives you engine, and this is also really good. And Feather Dust has actually not sided in most of the time, even though I side in Trust, since it's like not really strong right now, but against certain matchups you want to have it as a Thrust target, so I decided to play this. And then I played the 3 targets basically for Thrust, except for this is obviously also searchable by the Mitsurugi cards, not main deckable basically, but for game 2 and 3 it's like really good. Mm-hmm. And then these are the 2 Thrust targets I decided on, and Sanctum, of course, since it's the best target I feel like against Malice, and this is the best card against pure Ryzeal and Mitsurugi Ryzeal, instead of like D-barrier or Black Goat or stuff like this, since it stops the Ryzeal engine and the Mitsurugi engine most of the time. Of course there are ways around it, but like this is really impactful. And I didn't play the Featherstorm since it's the most broken card there and it's good against everything, but sometimes you get ashed on Bonfire, for example. You have Thrust, can set Featherstorm, but can't summon Castell, so...
Yeah, I can understand. Would you consider maybe D-Barrier instead of the Gnomes material?
No, I really like it, so it's really good against the ritual part as well, that's why.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So best card out of the side deck? What was
best card of the side deck, so basically...
What put in the most work?
Yeah,
okay, yeah, just the Charmies. They're just generically good. All right, now at the end, do you have any shoutouts to make here?
Yeah, a lot of shoutouts to all the people I'm here, of course, with, all the people I tested with, and especially like those who like were on the Mitsurugi train all the time, told me like it's the craziest thing. Like especially shout out to Mir Schnack, by the way. He's always like, he saw the Mitsurugi cards and was like, these cards are crazy, you got to play them. So shout outs to them.
Were you ever playing anything else, or were you all the way considering to play this deck?
So I was either deciding on playing pure Ryzeal maybe, but the ceiling was too low, and I once was scoping about the Regenesis Castell. That's not a real deck. So.
All right, then congratulations once again. First place here at the Dutch National Championship out of 319 players. Everyone make sure to like and subscribe here on the channel and leave a comment asking questions about the deck and how you like it, and see you for the next deck profile here on the channel.